What's up, everyone? It's Boy Ass Racing 97, aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to Martinsville Speedway in Martinsville, Virginia, where he sits on the scene of Season 4 of the Powerade Truck Series. And we're here for the second race in a row on a short track, but this time we are here on the shortest short track on the schedule of Martinsville Speedway. Of course, we go to 4 of them technically: Richmond, Martinsville, ILP, and a dirt short track of Osprey dirt, and then we also go to a 1 mile track that races like a short track in Phoenix. So 4 or 5 short tracks, the second one in a row, the second one on the season, and I am joined by Josh Tipton up here in the Powerade Truck Series booth. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me here at the Paperclip. We're looking forward to what should be a very interesting night of racing here under the lights in Martinsville, Virginia. Got a lot of really good drivers out there in the Truck Series, and we are really looking forward to getting this one started.
And for sure, it's been a fantastic start to the season. Every race but one has been caution-free, but the racing's been pretty solid though throughout the season. And I have to see if that continues here tonight. And here is the points going into race number 6 on the season. John Stout is now the sole point leader, with a 6-point lead over Quinton Buchanan. And second, Roberto Quantini is in third, 9 points back. Chad Gronkowski is in fourth, 17 points back. Ian Abel is in fifth, 21 points back. Nathan Stapleton, the defending champion, having a quiet and consistent season. He is sixth, 26 points back. Elijah Gordon is seventh, 28 points back. Mitchell Collins and Nathan Ullman, the most recent winner, are tied for eighth, both 29 points back, and rounding out the top 10. And Shane Soft, 32 points back. And right now, the two drivers that would have the wild card would be Johnny Hernandez in the 11th, based off points, and Twin Field in 15th, with that one wild card victory. The one guy that has a win is Quinton Moore, who won that Little Springs. He is 37 points though, so he needs some better ones to have that win count, and maybe he can get his second round of the season, because he starts on pole for this one here tonight. But what do you think we'll see here tonight at Martinsville Speedway? We saw a pretty good one in the JWL Cup Series last year. Had, I believe, 3 cautions and crazy racing out there. And what do you think these truckers will do here tonight?
Oh, I think it's going to be pretty wild. I think we use do you use GNS for this?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I've always thought that GNS was a little more wild than Cup, and if Cup was wild last year, I think we're going to see a lot more slipping and sliding around this racetrack. I think there's going to be a lot of battling that goes on, particularly towards the end of this, especially once we get through that pit cycle. And honestly, I really cannot wait to get this one started. I think it's going to be a fantastic race.
Yeah, this is going to be a fantastic one here for these truckers. First time at Martinsville Speedway for the Powerade Truck Series, and we have to wait and see of what happens here. Quinn Moore starts on the pole, and then last time it's Matt Davis. Stephen Collin in number 24 starts third, and Chris Mills alongside him. Elijah Gordon and Trenton Whitfield in row number 3. Matthew Burnett in the 51, and Amigo Barreto as well. And right out the top 10 is Johnny Hernandez and Chad Gronkowski. So here we go. Have to wait and see of who can pick up the win under the lights here in Martinsville Speedway for the Ballpark Hot Dogs 200. Second short track race on the season. Got some big names in the back like Fitzy, Quinton Buchanan, Nathan Woman, the most recent winner, Zachary Doretto, and Abel as well, and Troy Smith. So I have to wait and see what happens here. Who's the pick to win here tonight?
I think I'm going to go with Elijah Gordon there, starting on the inside of the third row in the Monster Energy Ford F-150. I think the Michigander is going to snag one here in Martinsville.
Well, have to wait and see of what that number 1 team can do up there in points. Here we go. Moore and Davis for going for the first time at Martinsville Speedway in the Powerade Truck Series.
A great charge on the outside by Max Davis. Looks like the 30 is going to come around and potentially lead this lap. I wouldn't be surprised if the 25 or more got back around him here in the next handful of laps.
A great jump from Matt Davis there on that outside lane, able to take the race lead at the start. Quinn I think, was caught sleeping a little bit at the start in this white and blue paint scheme of the day for this team, and maybe this can bring some good luck and get second win on the season, as Elijah Gordon's going to take a massive dive bomb and take that fourth spot away from Chris Reynolds.
Yeah, definitely looked like Quentin Moore may have spun his good years on the start of this thing, but still settling into that second position. He's got the 24 of Stephen Cologne right behind him, and into the wall a little further back, 51 truck. That is Matthew Burnett, rookie for the Powerade Truck Series, as he slips back on the outside, trying to get the outside going, side by side with Trenton Wakefield, another rookie, and he's going to hold off the 20 for the time being. I believe that's for 7th. Now cross to the inside of the 12.
Fantastic stuff here for the 6th position between these three drivers, these three rookies, as the top 5 starting to break away from the field. Matt Davis, Quinn Moore starting to break away from the 24, the 1, and the 61 here. Collins going to run up the racetrack, and now Gordon might have a shot to the inside.
Yeah, he very well could. Heading off into that turn, not quite able to get to the inside. But down the back straightaway, he's keeping it very steady right now, and behind that 24, as up front, Davis slips off the bottom of the racetrack, and we've already seen some trucks going down into the pits. Wonder if they had maybe run into somebody else, or if they'd had gone and collected the wall, or it's just some weird strategy that we don't really know about. I thought the window was going to be like 30 to 35 laps, isn't it, Nathan?
Yeah, it's about 35 laps on fuel, and I think that these guys might be happening is that we saw it a lot in part-time qualifying last night. These guys like to overshoot the corners, and I think that's might have happened to a couple of drivers already in this one, as that almost happened to Matt Davis. And that is going to help Quinn Moore massively gain on this number 30 truck.
Yeah, the gap for the lead stayed the same that time through, but Davis was going to have an enormous lead if he didn't overrun turn 3 and 4, and he better hope that he doesn't do it again, because Quentin Moore is right there in the Rackley Chevrolet if the 30 of Davis makes another mistake, and it looks like we had somebody else down in the pit road. Davis runs it a little wide again, as does the 25 of Moore. Looks like the 9 of Orman's coming back into the pit area, and somebody else came down the pit road. Maybe not. Oh, there Nathan they are, Baird, right there.
Yep, Nathan Baird.
44 of Nathan Baird. Horrible luck for him so far in this one. Oh, Gordon goes wide, and here comes the 61 right to the inside. Chris Reynolds looking to take the spot away from Gordon.
Oh, Gordon tried chopping off, but Chris Reynolds said, no, this is my spot, and to the point he goes. Orman is still down the pit road. I don't know what is wrong with that 912, but he's been down pit road 2 or 3 times at this point. Matt Davis has led every single lap so far, but not without having a challenger from behind of Quinn Moore. But now Quinn Moore runs wide, and that's going to allow Stephen Collins to catch up.
The tires are definitely starting to wear as we get further along in this run. We're really about halfway to the cycle, just about at this point. So we get to that cycle, we get through it, and more than likely then we're going to see a lot of shuffling that goes on through the rest of this race by that time. But right now it is an 0.8 of a second lead for Max Davis ahead of the 25 of Quentin Moore, and a 1.1 second gap back to the 24 of Stephen Cologne. As Moore goes wide a little bit, Cologne might have a chance to bring that 24 Logitech Chevrolet back in behind the 25 and maybe take that spot away.
Stephen Cologne really trying to get to the back bumper of the 25. These drivers starting to settle in here, knowing that it's only lap 15 as Quentin Moore goes way wide, and here comes the 24, and now he might get to the back bumper, and no, but he's going to get to the side by side for the second place spot now at Martinsville.
Moore's trying to get the run on the outside going. Cologne's going to fire it in like a laser on the inside of 3 and 4. And Cologne is going to take that second spot away from Quentin Moore. As up ahead, it looked like Davis went a little wide, but with them battling side by side behind, He's still able to pull away ever so slightly, just a little over a second now ahead of the 24 of Stephen Colon as Colon settles into that second position. But now here comes more back down to the inside.
Fantastic stuff for the second place position, but this is just allowing Matt Davis to pull away ever so slightly every lap or two. He gained 2/10 last time by, with these two battling for second, but what a fantastic battle we got, and now Chris Reynolds might get added up into this battle for second.
He absolutely could. Right there in that 61, closing up to the back of the 24, as Cologne tried to cross back to the inside of Moore, not able to. So Moore, for the time being, will remain sequestered into that second position, as has Max Davis for the entirety of this race in the lead. And there he is coming around to lead. The end of lap 19. We're on to 31 laps remaining here in the Ballpark Hot Dogs 200.
And here's the bad thing for Matt Davis. This is the short track on the schedule, and this is what's going to happen. Lap traffic already, almost 20 laps in, and Matt Davis, he might be pulling away from second place. Well, gained a little bit last time by, but this can easily slow down Matt Davis with these laps down what's on the tail end of the lead lap. Now there's the 45. This race is Owen Miles. Tough way for him being deep in the field. Same between the Ida and Thorsville as a whole. Only Juan Garcia is the highest, and he's in the top 10. The other three are deep in the field, the 98, 99, and 66. Nathan Orman, of course, he's been having problems. Mitchell Collins is deep in the field. Benny Watson's deep in the field. Troy Smith, he's had two good races in a row, and unfortunately, he's modded back here in 28. Fitzy, his bad season continues, just winning in 27th. James off 10th in points, he's winning in 25th at the moment. Clinton Buchanan second in points, he's deep in the field, about 20th or so. And Abel is also winning mid-pat. John Hernandez deep in the field, in the middle of the field, and a lot of drivers just in the middle of the pack here. But Jordan Stout, the point leader, is just quietly in 13th. Great run for him compared to everyone else.
Yeah, good run indeed for the 7 of Jordan Stout, coming in here the point leader and looking to come out of here quietly with another solid run here in the Powerade Truck Series. We're coming around to be halfway done here at Martinsville, and since we have a little bit of time before the pit cycle, as Davis comes around out of turn number 2, let's have a look at the entire field going down the back straightaway if we can. Just get a freeze frame coming out of turn number 2, if at all possible, because you'll see it basically looks like a freight train going around here at this point before we get to the pit cycle, and we see if we can get a freeze frame about right now as they come out of the turn. And there we go. You can see just they're going around here like a big conveyor belt as the 52 gets up into the wall. And looks like the 42 is going to go a little wide. They're battling with the 62 of Logan Williams. And we'll rejoin with the leaders in just a second. There is Max Davis right in behind the, I think that's the 45. Yes, it is. 45 of Owen Miles. Part-time entry into tonight's race.
Yep, Owen Miles doing about as well as you can expect for being a last-minute entry for this 45 truck. Of course, BP was in this 45 truck last week, and this week is Owen Miles. Of course, normally he's in the number 3 machine, but got the call for this week and for multiple races throughout the season, as we missed the battle for second and third, as Colin is now in second, and Chris Mills has now gone past Quinn Moore here. But with all this battling, we got a 2-second lead now, and with only 5 laps to go until pit stops.
It's definitely going to get shaken up. The running order will definitely get shaken up by the time we get done with the cycles. It's going to happen any second now, and I believe I just saw... Did I just see Max Davis dive into the pits? No, he did not. So, but we are in the frame where we could expect some guys to come down into the pit road. Of course, they've been within the window to make it to the end for about 15 laps at this point. So it's all about who's going to come down first. And do you even want to come down first? Do you wait a little bit, stay out a little bit longer?
Yeah, I don't really know, honestly. Because it's going to be a very interesting of if the undercut works or the overcut works or if my middle works. Who knows here?
Of course, you got to remember, I've always heard when you come to Martinsville that it's that it's about like performing open heart surgery with a broadsword to overtake here. You can do so, but it's not going to be pretty. So, what position do you want to put yourself in? You could be up to speed coming if you wait a little bit longer, like a lap or two extra. You could already be up to speed, and your tires already rubber into the racetrack. So, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens here and what strategies get cooked up in the crucible of competition.
Eli's going to try running that third lane, and that did not work out for him whatsoever. Lost a spot to Anthony Hernandez. Now going to try to do a
there we go.
As pit stops have begun.
Cologne's in the pits.
Cologne is in the pits. Is Matt Davis in the pits? No, Cologne's the first one to come down pit road here.
I like that move.
Oh
no!
Couple of trucks gone to the outside wall, and here comes Gordon, Barreto, and now Quentin Moore. Has Davis still not pitted yet? Nope. Now Davis has pitted.
Now he has.
So Cologne.
So that will hand the lead to the 61 of. Let's see. I think that's Chris Reynolds, rookie, and he'll get a bonus point towards the championship with that, and he will now come into the pits with more. Hey, the 52 of Eric Shawn's going to stay out one more time.
Same with the 5 of Benny Moore. And Abel's going to stay out. But a lot of trucks on pit road here on that number 37. Now on that 38. And this is going to be very important to see what everything psychs out. But we have to be careful for that to happen.
Oh, no!
And Abel was going to come down pit road. And Matt Davis got turned.
That could be bad for Davis. Look at the damage to the back of that truck. And I don't believe the caution is out. No, the green is still out. But that slowed up Davis a ton. And that, I know you don't really talk about aero here, but Cologne is right there. If Davis makes one mistake.
Pay attention here. Make sure that does not happen again. I don't think it will. I think that might have been a one and done. And unfortunately, to the race leader of Matt Davis. Now Cologne is all over the back bumper of that number 30 machine.
It does look like the 30 will take the lead here as they come around. Everything cycles all the way through. Now as Davis is just a little under half a second ahead of Stephen Cologne, but of course we've got lap traffic to worry about, plus he's got the damage on the back of that Toyota. And Cologne, he's been running up front all night. Oh, a big dive!
10 laps to go in race number 6 of the season, and the ballpark to 200. Oh no!
Truck up high into the wall. The 02.
I have no clue of what's happened to the 02, but these drivers have to watch out.
Oh, that's Jason Lona in the 02.
Oh no!
Shriners Hospital Chevrolet, and there's the
Miles.
45 of Miles running into the back. And is the caution out? I think the
Yes,
02
it
is
is.
just going to come to a stop. Yes, it is. Gotta have the caution out. That's a truck all but stalled on the back straightaway.
And Cologne and Davis were side by side, and the 30 barely
they
edged
were.
them out.
2/100ths of a second. That's basically the truck length. And, well, that'd be a half a truck length if you were at a big track. Here, it's probably about a fifth of a truck length, but that stacks everybody back up. And Nathan, we're set up for a late race restart, my man.
Well, one thing, we got Skinless in 3 and 4. 2, tough break for the 02 of Jason Lona. And 3, this ends the streak of caution-free races. I think we were going to have a caution-free race, but now we're going to have a late race restart in the Ballpark Hot Dogs 200. Oh boy.
Should be an exciting run to the checkers, no doubt about it. I wonder if those skid marks over in 3 and 4, because I saw the damage on the right side of Jason Lona, and he was on the outside of the racetrack slow. I wonder if he might have gotten in trouble there, and just the caution didn't come out immediately. Wonder who got into the back of him.
Yeah, let's take a look at what all happened here at Martinsville Speedway to bring out the first caution of the night, and probably the last one to set up a late race charge to the finish here in the Ballpark Hot Dogs 200. Oh, here we go. Following on with the 0-2 of Jason Lona, I think he ran out of fuel and tried going down pit road, and ran out of fuel, could not get down pit road, and tried to stay high, but this was a recipe for disaster once this all transpired. A lot of the fuel got stacked up, and you can just tell the O2 must be out of fuel.
And something had to have been going on with the 0-2 of Jason Lona just up on the outside, and this is where we kind of joined in on the live thing. And you see the damage on the right side, but then here comes other trucks behind, and we're going to see Owen Miles come in here, right there into the back. And let's actually keep going with Owen Miles heading down into turn number 3 as he gets punted by the 54, and a whole bunch of other trucks come in, Nathan.
Yeah, I think that was Skylar Taylor that ended up turning the 45 due to him being slow, and that just caused everyone to stack up, and then Quinn Moore got sideways in the process. A lot of stuff happened right there. And I
saw that just in the bottom corner of the screen of the 25 of Moore. That is huge because Moore was running up front for a great portion of this race, and evidently has fallen behind under the pit cycle, and this is not going to make things any easier for Moore.
And we have to wait and see what ends up happening here, and that is unfortunate for the poster. But we're gonna have a late race restart here at Martinsville Speedway with all that chaos happening, thanks to the 0-2 of Jason Lona, and that ruins the streak of races without having caution. I think we are in for a show, for a late race restart in Spain, which let's go ahead and get back to live action. And for the late race restart here at Martinsville Speedway, can Matt Davis hang on to get the win here tonight. Welcome back to Martinsville Speedway, and just when you thought this was over between Matt Davis and Stephen Collin, no it is not. With that caution, we are going to have a 4-lap shootout here in the Ballpark Hot Dogs 200, and it will be Davis, Collin. Might have to watch out for Elijah Gordon here if things get interesting. Then it's Anthony Hernandez, Justin Seidel out in 5th, Chris Reynolds in 6th, Boretto, Wakefield, Garcia, and Taylor round out the top 10. 4 laps to go. Who will win the Ballpark Hot Dogs 200?
Great launch by the top 2. Oh, Cologne with a big slide. Gordon trying to get to the inside, not able to, but here comes the 12 of Hernandez. And that's a big jump for Max Davis in the 30. Here comes Hernandez down to the inside of Gordon. That's for 3rd. Up ahead, Davis leads the way. We're at 3 laps to go. Can Cologne catch him?
Davis has that damage, and I think the number
Caution's
20...
back out.
And it is back out. This is going to be it. The 24 has to do a dive bomb, but he's not going to get there.
Not going to happen.
And unfortunately, the race is going to end under caution, but fortunately for Matt Davis, he's going to dominate this one. And as long as nothing happens under caution here, he will win the Ballpark Hot Dogs 200.
Don't quite know what happened there. Could have been the 62 of Logan Williams. See the damage on the back of the Camping World Toyota. Something could have happened to Williams, but that's the way this one's going to end here, and that's just the way they do sometimes. And Max Davis is going to come around. If he makes it another half a mile, he's going to get the victory here in Martinsville. White flag's out.
And of course, we don't do win my check because I have the ability to. I have better cautions, but I'm not going to do it randomly in the middle of the season. So, Matt Davis, as long as he does not blow up, knock on wood, it's happened before on but Matt Davis, dominating performance from second place. He got the jump off of Quinn Moore at the start, and he never looked back. He had a challenger with Stephen Collin, though, and that damage definitely affected him. It would have been interesting if this thing stayed greener. I don't know what happened to Iowa right there. I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Anywho, off the final corner, a wacky finish from Matt Davis for On Point Motorsports will win the Ballpark Hot Dogs 200. Dominating one for the Story truck in a pretty solid race.
Absolutely fantastic victory there for Davis. Unfortunately for Cologne, the caution came out just when it looked like he was going to have a chance to get around that 30. And we still don't quite know what happened there, but of course, in just a second, we can go and take a look at that as the field comes in to the pit road.
Yeah, speaking of which, let's go ahead and see if what of the caution that ended this race early here in the Ballpark 200.
So the caution that ends the race is Logan Williams here coming through turn 1 and 2, slides up, and here comes the 44, gets into the back of him, sends him down the racetrack, and there's a little stack of about 3 or 4 trucks there. And with the 91 of DeLello coming up to the stalled 62, that is what brought out the caution flag, and the one that has ended the race here tonight at Martinsville.
And that was a saving grace for Matt Davis because Stephen Collin was closing in fast in that 24 large truck for GMS. But who knows what would have happened if these guys did not have that caution and had a full 4 laps to go. But Matt Davis is able to hang on and get the win here tonight. And there we have it. That is what happened to bring out the caution that ended the race early. But Matt Davis manages to hang on and get the race win in the Ballpark 200. He came into this race. Let me just look here. Matt Davis, he struggled this season. He came in here 33rd in the point standings. And that's definitely going to help him try to get up inside the top 20 for a wild card spot at the end of the regular season. And speaking of which, we are now 5 races left, halfway through the regular season. And what a race that was. This took us 2 days to do, took 8 attempts, and it ended up being the first attempt on the second day ended up being really, really good. So, really glad that one went a lot better than before. Still saw some really good racing and saw some cautions. So, that's something that we've not seen a lot this season. And going through the finishing results right there, don't really worry about all of this. I don't know what happened, but this is all official. Just some cause a lap down. No one finished. Everyone finished. No one DNF'd here tonight. What's your final thoughts here for the Ballpark Hot Dogs 200?
Domination by Max Davis. It was wild throughout the rest of the field, but nobody had anything for Davis, even after Davis got into a little bit of a spat there late in this one. He held on and finished strong, and great victory for Davis. Cologne got oh so close. The caution just fell at the most inopportune time. He's probably going to be kicking himself, but he's not going to be kicking himself as much as the 25 of Moore for being up front. His pit crew evidently let him down, and he got caught up in that incident. Just terrible luck for Moore. Comes out here with a 27th when he arguably should have had a top 5. But other than that, fantastic storylines to come out of this one. That is for sure.
Definitely a lot of drivers trying to get some momentum here. Like Elijah Gordon, he was already 7th in points, and with that good one, that's gonna help him in the point standings. This is going to help Stephen Collin try to get some momentum for being 28th in points. This is going to help Justin Seidel, who at Richmond all went +9, and he's probably going to gain a lot more positions here. Tristan Mayfield 15th in points. That's going to help him. And Jordan Stout's probably going to gain on his point rate, but not by much because Buchanan, he was deep in the field, but he ends up finishing right behind Jordan Stout somehow. So I think it might be a 7-point gap now between Stout and Buchanan. And then Hernandez with a good one. Johnny Hernandez, I should say. Fitzy finally some kind of about that one for him in that 75. And Aaron Abel with a one. And for to put more what could have been after showing on the poll, there's the rest of the results here. Well, what are you looking forward to at Texas and Kansas, the next two races in the booth, the next two races that you will be in the booth here for the Powerade Truck Series after the week off? 2 mile and a half next on the schedule.
Well, Texas, if the Wawa Cup Series race was any indication, Texas is going to be a very interesting and fun race for sure. And Kansas, well, Kansas is always fun in this. So we got a couple of really good races there ahead, and I'm really looking forward to calling them.
And for sure, we got 5 races left on the schedule: Kansas, Texas, Charlotte, Pocono, and one more I don't really remember on the top of my head. But those are 4 that are on the schedule here. And let me just look at the schedule. Oh yeah, how did I forget? The one that I forgot was Texas, Kansas, Darlington, Charlotte, Pocono. 5 races left in the regular season for season number 4. And we will take an off week as we got 2 special events, the birthday bash and also the Milan's 500. So in 2 weeks from now, it will be Texas for the Pizza Hut 400K, 42 laps of action around that mile and a half. That is not good in my life, but it's really, really good on it. Once again, congrats to Matt Stapleton on getting the race victory. I've been talking long enough. We've been talking long enough. Fantastic race here at Martinsville, and we will see you guys 2 weeks from now for race number 7 on the season at Texas Speedway. Points are coming up next, and Matt Stapleton gets the race victory in the Ballpark Hot Dogs 200. Until Texas and until the birthday bash at Indianapolis next time on the channel, we will see you guys next time. Bye!